I'm Marcus.
I'm Ryan.
And together, we are the Northwest Sports Fanatics. You know, the college football season right around the corner. We're going to be previewing a couple of teams here in the upcoming weeks as we get prepared for the season. Today, of course, you know, is Gatewood Wednesday. We got Richard Gatewood, you know, two-time All-Big Sky wide receiver from Montana State and also the Oakland Raiders. Personal trainer out there for the Leading Edge Advantage out there in Cali. What's up, Rick?
What's good, man? What's good, Marcus? A Hill and my boy, Ryan. with the shot glass swag on, man. What's good, man?
All right. We excited for this football season, man. So, you know, we Northwest Sports Fanatics. We out here in Oregon. So, we're going to kick it off. I'm going to kick it off with the Oregon State Beavers. Last year, you know, they went 9-4, 6-3 in the Pac-12. They started out good last year, you know, 7-0. They got up to number 7th in the rankings there. But then they fell off at the end, ended up 2-4 to end up 9-4. They led by Mike Riley. This is his 13th year. He's a solid, to me, one of the most underrated coaches in college football.
Yeah, great coach.
All right. Preseason ranking this year, they starting at number 25. They returned 16 starters on offense and defense, so they got some experience there. The QB position. QB battle going on right now between senior Cody Voss and also junior Sean Manning. Sean Manning was the man last year as a sophomore. You know, he threw for 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 13 picks. He was averaging 339 games last year until he hurt his knee and tried to come back, but he wasn't quite the same. Cody Voss, he also had a decent year, 1,400 yards, 11 TDs, 3 picks. But look for Mannion to be the starter this year. He has the most potential and the most upside out of those two starters at the quarterback position. Running back, they led by sophomore Storm Woods. He's a beast. Y'all get used to that name out there, Storm Woods. 940 yards last year, 13 touchdowns. He has a solid backup in Tayron Ward, 415 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's a solid 1-2 combo, and to me, is going to be one of the best in the nation. Now, at the wide receiver position, of course, Marcus Wheaton, he's gone. He's in Pittsburgh, catching passes from Big Ben now. Brandon Cooks, the junior wide receiver, 1,100 yards, 5 TDs last year. He's going to be the playmaker. He's going to receive a lot of double teams this year, so look for Kevin Cummins. He's a senior. And also Richard Mullaney to step it up. And don't sleep on Obu Guacham. He's a 6'5", 227-pound junior wide receiver, so he has great size there. Now, on the offensive line, you know, Oregon State offensive line always is solid. They have one of the top-rated guards in the nation in Isaac Sumalu. And also Gavin Richards is going to be a talented right tackle there. He's a sophomore on the right side. On defense, DJ Alexander, Michael Doctor, great linebackers. You know, they are the studs of the team. But don't sleep on Scott Christian and also Dylan Wynn. Christian had 10 sacks last year. Now, it's going to be a nightmare for you offensive linemen to try to stop those front 4 guys. Terrified. They also picked up 4 JUCO D tackles. You know, there's some solid talent coming out of the JUCO ranks this year. They led by Edwin Delva and also Kyle Pecco. If you remember, he's a part of the Pecco family. You know, great lineage there.
Yep.
Also, Jordan Poirier, he's gone. But the 3 other starters returned from a solid secondary. Combined, they had 20 picks last year. Rashard Reynolds, who was picked on last year because they didn't want to throw the Poirier side. So he's going to give them some experience. Safety Ryan Murphy is back. He's the leader of the secondary. And also Tyreek Zimmerman. For me, I look for an 8-4 season from them. They're there, but they're not quite like, you know, they're
getting
not
close.
Yeah, you're getting close. They just need like a couple of 5-star athletes to surprise everybody and pick Oregon State, and maybe that'll put them over the hump. I don't expect them to compete with Stanford or Oregon in the Pac-12. Now, we're going to go out to you, Rick. What you think about your Notre Dame Fighting Irish in this upcoming year?
Man, I'm super excited, man, about Notre Dame, man. You know, the Fighting Irish is going to be up there Now, one little thing I have against the preseason, whoever votes for these polls and everything is in the national championship last year, and y'all got us not rated in the top 10 preseason. I don't see us rated in the top 10 in no preseason poll. Very disappointing, man. Y'all disrespecting Brian Kelly. I just had to throw that out there, man. That's just basically a rant out right there, early on. But I'm gonna start off with basically we went 12-1 last year. You know, that one disappointing loss to the best team with 15 million pro athletes on the team down there with Nick Saban. Yeah, they're kind of cheating. So I mean, I'm gonna say we had a great year, man. We proved everybody wrong. This year coming up, man, the big question is the five. Can we replace the fives? Can we replace Ncaa with all the drama surrounding him and everything? But can we replace his play on the field? As far as the number five on the offensive side of the ball, Goldston, he's not there no more. We're gonna miss him for a whole year, man. He brought a dynamic part of the game at quarterback for us that we really haven't had since the '90s at the quarterback position. And in comes Tommy Reese. Is he really the guy? I don't know, man. Intersection waiting to be happening. We got George Atkinson. He's a Bay Area native at the running back position. But we brought in a kid, a good five-star kid, man. Who's going to bring a lot of noise. He's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And he's going to be up in Atkinson's butt, man, basically. Pause. Greg Bryant, man. So he's going to be looking good right there as far as the offensive line. We always going to be looking tight right there as far as with the spread system and, you know, zone blocking. We're always going to be good right there. As far as the wideouts, we got one, maybe two. T.J. Jones, man, had a great year last year, man. He's very reliable. Devarius Daniels, he's the second guy. But we're looking for a couple guys to step up. I know Corey Robinson, he's coming out of high school, if I'm not mistaken, and he's coming in to come play. Right now, we have another spot at Amir Carlisle. He's going to do all right. I mean, not real, big on him, but it's going to be all right there. The offense is always going to get spread out. I'm scared of the replacement for Tyler Eifert at tight end. Troy Nicholas, is he that good? We're going to find out. He's 6'7", 270 pounds, so it seems like he's a blocking guy, but let's see if he can catch that rock. Going to the defensive side, I know I mentioned Ncaa earlier, but we have a recruit coming in, man, that's supposed to be like that. Simple as that. His name is Jalen Smith. He's an in-state product. He's going to do a lot of damage, and look for him in 2014. Not this upcoming year. He's going to make some plays, but he's going to get overshadowed by the 8 returning starters we have on defense. Everybody say Ncaa is gone. Yeah, we can replace him with Jalen Smith. But we got a lot of other guys out there on the defense that will return it, including we got a 5-star prospect in Max Redfield at safety. So it's not like we're missing out too much on defense, and we're not missing too much on offense besides Golston. We got defensive end, Stephon too. We got Lewis next. We got, man, I just can keep naming them. So we got a lot of guys on defense, man, and our defense is solid. So that's one thing I'm just real upset. We got Prince Shimbo coming off the end, sacking the quarterback. He had like 7.5, 8 sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken. That number is going to rise up for sure. So, man, I'm just real disappointed in the people who are making these votes for these polls. They are going with all the hype and not looking at the actual statistic of us winning all our games. Now let's go to our schedule this year. Y'all might think I'm going to pick Michigan to be the hardest one while we're at Michigan. No. Michigan State, they come to us. No. Oklahoma, they come to us. They want to get their revenge because we took it out their mouth last year, Pauls. And you might think I'm going to say at Pittsburgh or, things like that. No, I'm not. I'm going to say I'm scared of USC. Yes. USC always produce athletes and always have 5-star recruits. Lane Kiffin, yeah, everybody bashes them for doing this and that. And I don't like USC. but I ain't scared of them this year. And for my little prediction, I'm gonna say about 12 and 0. And that's it. You know, I'm biased. Yeah, I'm biased. Like, man, what's up, man? It's 12 and we going 12 and 0. We're very disciplined. Brian Kelly knows what he is doing, so we ain't missing too much. 12 and 0. And don't be surprised if we're in the national championship again. I'm not going to say we're going to win it, but my pride wants to. But Alabama is cheating with all those NFL players. I'm out.
Thanks for that, Rick. Quick take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish upcoming season. Now, we're going to go over to Orion and the Oregon Ducks.
All right, Oregon Ducks. So one person that does like the polls would be me, because, I think they do deserve that number 3 spot in that preseason poll. A lot of movement, a lot of changes have been made. You went 11-1, won that Fiesta Bowl against Kansas State. That made me proud. Chip Kelly kind of went out with a bang, but now Chip Kelly's gone. He's a new Philadelphia Eagles head coach, if you haven't heard. So now you got Mark Hilfrich as the predecessor. We'll have to see if he runs the same type of spread offense, which I assume he will. But Scott Frost, obviously, he was a Nebraska championship quarterback. He moves in at the O coordinator position, and you still have a lot of the old coordinators there. Gary Campbell at running back, 20-plus years. You still got Nick Aliotti, defensive coordinator, 20-plus years. So you're going to be solid. They are going to have 8 returning starters on offense out of 11, 7 on defense out of 11. So that's pretty solid. So I think that's a little bit where that preseason poll comes into play a little bit. You have some great players. Obviously, there, Marcus Mariota, Super Mario. People are saying that he might be the best quarterback that Oregon has ever had when it's all said and done, depending on how long he stays. Better than Joey Harrington. Not only in college, but in the pros, he didn't really play that well. Right. And then the best quarterback in Oregon history is Dan Fouts. With obviously Kellen Winslow, the original, not the soldier, not junior. And, he was great, so I'm not sure if Mariota is on that level yet. But it's, yet to be seen. But he is looking very nice as we're moving into the fall here. At running back, you got Byron Marshall. He's going to be our starter. He's a kind of a bruiser back, but then you're going to have D'Anthony Black Mamba. He's going to play multiple positions, so look for him to get some touches. But one guy I'm really excited about is Thomas Tyner.
I still won my race, dog.
Thomas Tyner. I really like you. 10 touchdowns in one game in high school. I mean, who does that? So I'm really excited for him. I don't think they're going to redshirt him. So if he gets a chance to play, watch for him to do big things. He almost is a Jonathan Stewart clone with maybe a little bit more speed.
Yeah.
And so look for him to hopefully get some playing time. At the wide receiver position, you're stacked. Do you have a lot of good players there? Or great, maybe I should say great players there? No. But do you have some solid players there? Yeah. So you got Josh Huff. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's bad. He's better. He's better than a Jason Williams. We had a lot of expectations with him a few years back, so I like him a little bit better. You got Keenan Lowe, B.J. Kelly, Daryl Hawkins. Obviously Braylon Addison. So you got some guys there that can maybe give you 3-4 touchdowns in the season. Nothing spectacular, but I assume Huff will be the best wide receiver in that group. But I think maybe the best catching receiver is not even a wide receiver, is a tight end, Colt Lyerla. Look for Colt Lyerla to kind of keep the chain going with these tight ends that Oregon obviously develops, just like running backs in the NFL. And he might be one of the best ones that we've actually had in a long, long time. So look for him to have a huge year. He's from Hillsborough High, real local kid from out here, is just like Thomas Tyner, so we're really rooting for him. And as far as their O-line is concerned, it's pretty good. You have some good players there. You got obviously Tyler Johnstone there. You obviously got Haram Grasu. He's probably our best player there at center. And then you have Jake Fisher at right tackle. I like him as well. So look for that O-line to protect and block very well. I assume they're going to play great. As far as the D-line is concerned, you got some good players. Eric Armstead, a beast. He's tall. He's physical. Look for him to play on Sundays in the future. Same thing with Taylor Hart. I like him as well. Very solid. Good DM. You got Ricky Havili Hamuli. So you got these names here. Ricky Havili Hamuli. Look for him. And Wade Kilikipi. So look for him to play well, obviously on the D-line. So they have hard names to say, but you'll hear their names more often as they make plays as we move forward in the season. Linebacking core, wow, they got hit really hard. Yeah. No more Michael Clay. He's in the NFL now as undrafted free agent. No more, obviously, Kiko Alonso. Oh. So that's huge right there. Two of our best linebackers we've had probably in the last 5 to 10 years. We still have Boseko Lakembo, so we still have one guy there. And we got a few guys that got a little bit of playing time last year. You got Derek Malone, a little bit of playing time, and we got new guys like Tony Washington and Tyson Coleman. We'll have to see if they step in and make a name for themselves.
No more Deion Jordan.
Yeah, no more Deion Jordan. Obviously, we don't have him anymore,
Wow.
and that's a huge blow. I mean, I can go over the names that we don't have anymore: Kiko Alonso, Kenyon Barner, Deion Jordan, Kyle Long, Howie Long's son. Obviously, Chip is gone. No more John Boyette. No more Michael Clay. No more Isaac Remington. So there's some key players there that are gone. But the good thing is the secondary still stays intact, and that to me, that's the most important. Obviously, positions on defense right now. You got Ifo, Ekbri, Olumu. So say that 10 times fast. He's going to be obviously a first or second round draft pick. And you got Terrence Mitchell. I think both of those guys in the whole college football, if you look as a whole, those might be the two best in the whole entire nation right now. I mean, they're really solid. Look for them to play well. You got Troy Hill. If they want to play a little nickel, throw him in. Obviously on third down, you could do that as well. Avery Patterson had a little bit of an injury, but look for him to play pretty good this year at safety, and obviously Brian Jackson. So I really assume big things from them. How many games do I think they're going to win in 2013? To be honest, I think they're going to win. Not being biased, I think they're going to win most of them. I would assume they can go 11-1 again. The only game that I see them dropping is maybe Stanford this year. Stanford is legit. Look for David Shaw, head coach of Stanford. He's going to be the next big coach that gets that NFL opportunity. He is my favorite coach that's not named Nick Saban and Urban Meyer. I think he's legit. He coaches up their players well. They're physical. They're going to run on you, and you can't stop it most of the time. So look for them to maybe lose that game. But besides that, they got UCLA, which I assume is going to be the third best team in the Pac-12 at home. So I assume that will take care of business there. And I think for the rest of the games, we should be good. Look for Oregon Ducks to be in a BCS bowl game. Which one? I'm not sure. If it's against Bama, then it's against Bama. I mean, that'll be a hard game to play against, but hopefully a Rose Bowl or a Fiesta, something nice. And look, big things for Mark Helfrich and the Oregon Ducks in this upcoming 2013 season.
All right. That's just the kickoff of our college football preview here on the Northwest Sports Fanatics. You can follow me on Twitter, MarcusHill_NWSF.
And Ryan_NWSF.
Hit us up on Facebook.com/NW Sports Fanatics.
Shout out our sponsors and all the people that are supporting us. Thank you very much.
All right. Shout out to Banner Bob for the banner in the background. Hit him up at SignShack.net. Also on Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And Rick, anybody you want to give a shout out to out there?
No, I just appreciate y'all bringing me on, man. Leading Edge Advantage, man. Go check us out, man. Up and coming, man. Doing our thing. I appreciate y'all bringing me on, man.
All right. It's all love, Rick. And on that note, I'm Marcus. This Orion.
And together, we are Northwest Sports Fanatics.